Mic check. When I was into you, I knew you were the one for me. Come through, dig the sound.
Alright, so we're just going to cut to the point of this video and be as direct and as straightforward as I can be, so let's get started. In October of 2023, a group of people being Nyft, Sydiced, and Parlo all actively went out of their way to misrepresent me, harass me, and have friends of theirs dox me and force me to be silent on Twitter, and subsequently leave the RTC due to unwarranted backlash from people believing them with the YouTube videos they created. The first being with Nyft, where in the thumbnail he used an actual doxed photo of me. Basically, they took dramas from my past and twisted what happened to fuel their narrative, to make drama content out of me, to boost their own likeliness and views. None of these people came to hash things out and still haven't till this day. I wouldn't hash things out with Nyft just because it's Nyft and he can go fuck himself. Parlo, though, I would, and he made the second video on me. I have tried reaching out to with no avail on multiple occasions, so that's just great. The reason I never brought my side of the story to the table at this point is in this time, due to me being openly doxed by Zone Taps, a friend of Nyft's, and me having zero knowledge of what doxing was. I was genuinely scared of what was going to happen with it, so I went silent to protect my own well-being and suffered the consequences sadly because I genuinely thought I was going to get swatted and stuff. I had to act accordingly, so I ran a bot that would block suspicious or specifically accounts associated with it that either followed or engaged with it to limit harassment. So practically hundreds of accounts were blocked that didn't even have to do with it, which I am in the process of undoing and fixing it. So if you haven't been unblocked yet, message my Discord, YTConnor, YTCONN0R, add me. Due to me going silent as well, some, and I mean all people in the RTC connected to me, all cut ties or block me. I do not disagree with these people and have privately discussed it with them. They did what they had to so they wouldn't get harassed alongside me, and since I had no side of the story, it made it hard to defend me. I do not hold any grudge towards these people. I honestly don't. And I respect their decisions. I seriously do respect them. It was a smart move on their behalf to avoid drama, and I agree with that. To those who don't want to hear my side, keep living in the past. Seriously, go ahead. It'll only get you so far in life. Today is today, and the past is the past. People change, people get lied about, people get the truth told about them, etc. Just openly listen and decide on what you believe is true and false. That is all I have to say about that. Now, though, the things that are brought up in these videos, I will be going over and giving context to that nobody ever looked at and or has seen. These said videos claimed I willingly and purposely went out of my way to promote the suicide of a girl. I will state that this girl was going out of her way to harass, raid, and stalk me publicly, and also purge my original Connor's Hangout Discord server of members, because they manipulated into me giving them admin on my server to then purge people. She also promoted me as a supposed pedophile for interacting with someone underage who on purpose wanted to chat with me while at the time I was also a minor, 17 years old. The chat logs are public on my Clips account, so I will not be going any further on this since it was and is a closed case. Also, take note, the person is a friend of theirs who helped promote the narrative, which is obvious they wanted to frame me with them being the supposed victim, and the person bringing this to the light is like the supposed, like, I blew the whistle. This girl would also join a stream of mine later on, then harass me. And so, me being annoyed at it and the constant month-long harassment, I told them to go kill yourself and banned them from my stream and moved on with my life. They simply just fucked around and found out. Then proceeded to claim I said it since they are a supposed suicide victim. Like it has any real justification for harassing and spreading lies about me. Like I knew of their issues as well. Like I've dealt with them in the past, but it's not like I'm thinking about you 24/7. I have a life. I really do. I said what I said, and I will stand by my own words due to the context of them lying about me. I am sorry they deal with suicidal thoughts and tendencies, and I have friends who do as well. And I openly care and want the best for them. And I love those people. I really do. And I'm always there for them. But even they said, you do not use for these kind of claims. You don't. Seriously, it's weird. But aside from all that, moving on to claim number 2. The videos promote me being a supposed doxer when showing barely at all any proof. They show a server I invited a person to, I called a friend, who later on was just found to be manipulating me for Nyft's own gain. Yeah, it just really gets worse from here. The server was called the Controversy Files, which was an image dump, and used source screenshots for dramas, current day, and past tense, so I don't have to have it on my PC or phone. Too much storage, basically. It was a mere archive running since 2022. They used the names of the people in the channels on the server as people I supposedly doxed with no proof. Some of the people aren't even online anymore, and Nyft claims some are RTC when they are not. Simply put, the only out of context proof they showed of me, supposedly doxing, was a public record I found on Twix_Sty, aka Daniel, whom is a person my community and I are far too familiar with him doxing, harassing, and obsessing over me for going on 4 years, and stating that I was sexually attracted to adults while I was a fucking kid, and many others when they would disagree with him. The public record was issued by the state he lives in and doesn't classify as doxing, and it is public, literally public domain, and it's never been in use such a way to hurt him. At one point, I was going to use the information to contact a lawyer because he kept nonstop harassing and lying about me, and it really was getting to that point, but I never went to that point. Do note, though, Nyft openly supports Twix and its various dealings. Also take note, Twix openly uses his first and last name online and puts his place of residence on his own Twitter account as of this recording, and has been for a while. The server, though, the Controversy Files, isn't accessible anymore, with my account holding it being lost on Discord, so I cannot back up these claims, but take what I said as proof. I am merely too stupid to frankly know how to dox, and he doesn't even show proof of said other people being doxed. He just shows their names and says I doxed them, when there's nothing public on Doxman or anything else. And I literally, I can show proof right now, but knowing YouTube, I'll get taken down. So I'm just going to leave it at that. On to claim number 3. Nyft and Parlo actively went out of their way to paint me as the stone cold racist, when in fact, one of Nyft's own friends has actively said racial things to one of my friends who is black, and then denies it was racist when he straight out calls him a fucking monkey. What the fuck? The way they paint me as the supposed racist, though, is due to me having a past solved drama I had in 2022 of January to, no, 2022 January to January of 2023. My apologies. It is very late right now, and I'm like half asleep. And I was being actively harassed and targeted for calling out an individual who made claims of ending a pedophile's legacy, who was a community leader of a very popular community. And they got a hold of his 400,000 member group, which was continuing his legacy. They never went through on it, but kept the narrative, for which I called out that and got harassed for it. My well-being was put at risk with death threats and friends being harassed. I did a live stream where they would join and harass me, and take very heavy note. I was not in the right state of mind and was actively being put into states of paranoia and stress, and I was just not in a good spot at all. I really wasn't. And it's like, it's hard for me to admit that publicly because it makes me sound really stupid. It really does. So, yeah. I would then, in the stream, go on to say a racial slur, and then dig my grave further by ensuing that I do not care if I say it, because I came to a sense of realization, what did I just fucking do? I have already covered this drama in a video when it happened, and the person who mostly spread that I was racist and harassed me for it came forward to even apologize and admit the wrongdoings of the harassment, and apologize for promoting me as the so-called racist, and even admit I'm not racist, and they mishandled everything. And they did this in 2024, 1 year later. I am on good terms with them currently, and I already have stated I was sorry for what happened, and no, I am not racist. If you believe I am, so good for you then. People can have opinions, but truth is, I am not. All I can do is just say I'm not and leave it at that. I can't force people to believe me, but going out of your way to quote-unquote expose me for this is unjust and unfair. Stop creating old drama, digging it up. You're not digging for gold, you're digging for coal, okay? Live your life and just have a good day. Seriously. All you're doing is just creating more bullshit for everyone to deal with. And no one wants to deal with bullshit on a constant basis, all right? All right. On an end note, though, Nyft and Parlo were nowhere near this drama and weren't even in the same community at that time. I didn't even know who these people were at that time. I wasn't even near them. It shows on great lengths they just wanted to paint me as whatever they could find or dig up so it could help fuel their narrative for clout and their own boosted egos. On to claims 4 and 5. Yeah, we're going to do a double on this. We're going to double. Nyft states I openly blackmailed and harassed people, which is outlandish. Oh my god. He provides a screenshot for the blackmail from the person who is supposedly my friend, taking a message of mine and using Photoshop to make me say things I never did. Why would I openly admit to wanting to dox people who don't like me? That is just so obviously a fucking lie. How dumb does one have to be to do that? Oh wait, I forgot Nyft is.
Did you create fake CP? Or like,
Did you create someone posting fake CP?
yes,
No, that was Rin.
fake a screenshot. Rin?
No, that was Rin.
Who's Rin?
Rin's another person.
Well, then why he's like?
Did you tell him to do it though? Did you tell him to do it though?
Yeah, I told him to do it.
You told him.
Doesn't mean I did it though.
To the also supposed harassment, it is just me talking openly about Nyft and my opinions on him, with him taking it as harassment. And I'm not even going to show any screenshots of that because it's like, there's none to prove. There's literally nothing to prove it for. Like, I don't care. Claim 6 is that I supposedly lied about a figure, and I can't believe I have to go on to this, called D-Boy the Goat. I obviously did not, and Nyft says I lied about him making a threat to a minor when he shows D-Boy making a threat to a minor. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about this. And then he goes ahead and claims I cannot believe I have to clarify this. I swear to God, it just gets worse. I defended Sydiced, and I'm his friend. It already sounds weird at this point since they weren't putting up, but no, I was not. And I hate him. Fucking God, no. He took out of context replies I did when I didn't even know who he was. People were attacking him and not showing why, so I was defending him, not knowing who he was. I just felt bad because he was getting harassed by people in replies. Friends of mine came into DMs and cleared it up, so slanderous Nyft purposely lies about this when it's obvious that I didn't know who he was. In the same segment, he goes over saying I lied about Nyft doxing Taz D, a RTC influencer. I never state he actively does, but Nyft, in Taz D's own words, does have his address, an IP address, due to Nyft prior to the drama offering Taz D free Nyft branded merchandise and saying his name publicly without permission. I will not be showing proof due to me not wanting to drag Tazzy into drama, so take that with a grain of salt. I'm not going to say anything past that, and Tazdy, sorry I have to mention your name in this, because I know you don't want to be in drama, so this is just for transparency, so I love you, dude, sorry. That pretty much covers the whole thing with, like, Nyft's video. Parlo's video is the same kind of stuff, but reiterated in his own manner, so I'm not going to make a separate thing on that. But Nyft and Parlo are two of a kind, both liars and repeat offenders, let's be honest. They're not to be trusted, and I do not agree with any harassment towards them. This video is 2 years too late, and I am actually so sorry. I'm just glad I can get this out finally. Let's look towards the future, seriously. Let's look towards the future. I can't wait to see what brings close to us, or whatever the saying is. I'm like, I'm way too tired right now. So have a good day, guys. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, guys.